Hey guys, Grant Cardone here with David Goggins, okay? This guy and Charlie. We're going to bring Charlie in at the end of this interview.
That's right.
David is a retired Navy SEAL. Thank you so much for your service, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Endurance athlete, which I don't want anything to do with, David, and a motivational speaker. David, you're all over the place, man. I really appreciate you taking time with us this morning to talk to my audience about 10X and being in the game of winning.
Roger that, man. I appreciate you having me.
So David, what are you doing? What do you do now? Like, what was the transition like being retired? First of all, coming out of the military.
Well, the military was my life for 21 years. So getting out was, it was a little bit awkward for me. Kind of, trying to put my feet somewhere, it was just a weird transition, man. All I knew was a very structured life. You get up, 5 o'clock in the morning, get after it, go run, put the uniform on, going to work. And that became my life for 21 years. It became my identity for a long time. And then, once I left, I had to recreate myself a little bit and create another identity.
So when you got back, how long did you serve?
For 21 years.
Wow. So everything's really kind of laid out. I didn't serve. One of my big regrets is I didn't serve in the military, right? I mean, I could have done at least 2 years. I think it would have helped me a lot.
Right.
But I just imagine the structure, tremendous amounts of structure. Is that true or not true?
You know what? Sometimes there's a lot of structure, and sometimes there's, not that much structure at all.
Uh-huh.
In special operations, they try to give you the latitude to have some freedom. They want you to be a thinking shooter, outside the box. So a lot of times, like in the Marine Corps, different Army units, all across the military, they try to really make it very structured to keep you very disciplined. They believe in special operations, you should be self-motivated and self-disciplined. Therefore, that key word being self. So they take off the handcuffs a lot, so then you can kind of do your own thing. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but I mean, down to like what you're going to wear each day in the beginning, before you were special operations, right? Like everything's kind of laid out.
Yeah, everything's laid out, man. From what time you're getting up, what time you're going to work, what time you're going to eat lunch, what time you're going to shit.
Uh-huh.
I mean, everything is laid out pretty much. This is what you're going to do.
Shits are laid out, man?
I mean, I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Why? What was the benefit for you, David, of having that kind of structure?
Well, the benefit for me was, I come from a really jacked up childhood where my structure was kind of thrown off. Having a messed up dad, having an abusive dad, a dad that took my mom's soul away from her. So my mom was kind of floating around trying to find herself. I was also floating around a lot. So I realized having a structured life, having a very disciplined life, having that, having all these things put in place for me, it helped out a lot. So structure for me is everything. Having a systematic approach to life is everything. I also have a learning disability. So all these things of truly being focused, and focus is just a very light word to me, being hyper-focused in everything I'm doing. Like, right now, I'm on talking to Grant, which means I'm talking to fucking Grant.
Yeah.
My mind's not all over the place thinking about different shit. I have to be very focused in everything I do, and that structure from the military, at least most of the military, it helped me develop that even more.
There's Charlie, man.
Yeah, Charlie's getting out of here now.
No, I want to see Charlie, dude. Bring Charlie on,
Charlie?
man. Yeah, because you're a focus, dude. You can pop back in and out, right? Because you've created that discipline and that muscle. Is that right?
Right. So even though your brain in the muscle, it kind of is to me. That's how I treat it. And the more you work it, the bigger and stronger it's going to grow, just like your biceps or your chest muscle or anything like that. So I'm constantly putting friction on top of that muscle.
So a lot of my audience is 20 years old to 35 years old. I mean, we got guys in here that are watching this that are 50 and 60. How old are you, David?
I'm 43.
Okay, so you're right there in the mix of the middle, right? But you were a young guy coming out of an abusive situation, no structure, a lot of randomity, a lot of like crazy factors.
Right.
How important, without a young guy or gal joining the military, what would you tell somebody to do today to put structure and systems into their life and get their timing, like get their days and weeks laid out?
I mean, it's kind of cliche, but the first thing about it, man, is you can't ever hit the snooze button. You know, you can't ever wake up in the morning time and hit the snooze button. So what that means is a lot of people don't understand this, but life is going to get at you no matter what. You cannot escape the fact that life is brutal.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all life is brutal. I'm not trying to paint this horrible, disastrous picture of life. But I'm telling you, you're going to get those calls saying this person died. You're going to get those calls saying you lost your job. You're going to get those calls saying you don't have any money. You're going to get those calls saying you're sick. You're going to get those calls saying your husband, your wife, your niece, your nephew, your son, your daughter, something's going to happen bad.
Yeah.
That's just life. So what I developed is I believe that you must start to armor your mind. And I talk about this in my book a lot, about armoring your mind in the morning. It starts with developing that self-structure. You have to do it yourself. Everything is self. Mm-hmm. You cannot count on team. In life, we always count on, maybe I can get put part of this big team and this trainer, and everybody's going to help me get going where I need to go. That's all good.
Yeah.
But there's going to be those times in life when there's no one around but yourself, and you got to hold yourself accountable for what you're doing. So getting back to putting the armor on top of yourself, for me, it starts off with feeling good about yourself. And that doesn't come from, for me, it's not about money, it's not about fame, it's not about any of that shit. It comes with the reflection in that mirror. So every morning I get up, it starts off with getting after it in the gym. Getting after it in the gym, running, all those things I do, all those disciplines.
Why is the gym thing the important one for you?
Well, what I found out in my life is that it's the quickest way, going to the gym or exercise, whatever exercise you may want to do or not want to do, exercise is the key to it because it puts you right in that suffering zone. Uh-huh. You get the most feedback from exercise. Exercise tells you, my God, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I don't feel like doing this. But if you keep on pushing through exercise, keep on pushing through that physical training, that feedback is immediate to your brain, telling yourself, I won. Uh-huh. It's immediate victory. And those victories, those small victories, are what we're looking for all through the day. And those small victories help us attack life.
Dude, I love this, bro. Look, I love what you're telling me, man. I don't know where you've been. I haven't heard this message. Life is brutal. Everybody's like painting these beautiful Instagrams that if you love your brother and build a team, everything's going to be fine. I love your message, man, that bad things happen to good people.
It's just life, man. Yeah. I mean, when I was born, I was a good kid and life beat the shit out of me for no reason. But it's up to us. It's up to us now. No one's coming back to save you. So you better start to armor your mind against the things that are going to come at you. It's not always your fault, but you got to suck it the fuck up and you got to deal with it. So that's why I believe in that structured system, because basically all you're trying to do is develop the right mindset to attack every obstacle you're going to face in life. Uh-huh. That's all the structure is about. It's about setting up a structured system in your life so you can attack the obstacles that are going to come at you. That's basically what it's about.
Dude, I love this, man. I love this. So the workout, when do you try to get your workout done?
I get it done first thing in the morning.
So whatever first thing means. It could be 4 a.m., it could be 7 a.m.
Right, and so my schedule is, so basically right now with my book out, and my book is number 2 behind Michelle Obama, which I never thought that would fucking happen in my life.
Dude, that's awesome, bro. Like that's like number 1. Ain't nobody gonna beat her on a book release.
She got a $65 million advance. Ain't nobody beating that.
Yeah, and she probably got 65 million followers too. So
exactly. So basically, what it is for me is, so I have my schedule. My schedule, okay, you can talk to Grant today at 11 o'clock. You have 3 calls before you talk to Grant.
Pull up the book.
Your first call is at 7 a.m. If my first call is at 7 a.m., I want to make sure that I am already done with my workout before my first call, because that's my strength. My strength is knowing that I kick myself in the ass, because I cannot go on and start talking when I'm talking to you right now if I haven't gotten after it. It's a direct reflection in my mind. This is what gives me power. What gives me power is I took ownership and I took responsibility in my own personal life to make myself better. Therefore, now I can come on here and talk the way I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah. So it sounds to me like to me, it sounds like the workout is ready today.
You got it. It has nothing to do with looking good.
Uh-huh.
That's a side. That's a side. That's the gravy. That's the gravy. But the whole thing about it is building the mentality. It's everything I talk about, man. I don't give a damn where you're from or whatever. It's about building your own mentality, being as crazy as it sounds, being your own hero, being the best person you can be, so you're not putting people above you. The worst thing you can ever do in life is put people above you. Because what happens there is you believe you can't reach that. You must believe that you're on a level playing field with every person in the world. And that starts with mentality. It always keeps you in the game. It keeps you in the fight. It keeps you in the battle. It keeps you moving forward.
But you're not on the same plane. I'm just asking you because I want to understand this, because I'm a student, but I'm not on the same playing field as Michelle Obama. Clearly, you're not either, because her book's ahead of you right now. So what does that mean? Because the reality is some people are in better, higher positions of power and influence.
You know what? It's funny you say that, man. And I want to get to that about Michelle Obama in my book and where it's at right now. So it's in the back. There's, Can't Hurt Me is the name of it. But basically, Michelle Obama is above me. But this is my mindset right now. My mindset is this. I'm impacting millions of people right now. I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd even write a book. When this whole story began, I never thought my wildest dreams I'd ever write a book. So what it means is put everybody on a level playing field. If my approach to life is I want to catch Michelle Obama, I want to catch her. I'm number 2 behind her. Like I'm way behind her.
Yeah.
But if your mindset is that, you're gonna be trying to catch this woman, versus thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm never gonna catch her. Therefore, if you put that in your mind, I'm never gonna catch her, you're gonna stop way short of your true capability. And that's the 40% rule that I talk about in the book. You have to believe that you have a shot to catch Michelle Obama.
Yeah, but let me ask you, David, you're not really trying to catch her.
It's a mentality.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is you have to believe you can. So by you believing you can, you're going to work your natural ass off in the pursuit of trying to catch the impossible.
See, to me, I don't look at myself like I compare myself to David, right? I'm just looking at myself for like, what can Grant do while he's here?
Exactly.
And you're one of those guys that's making a huge difference by the example you're setting. Even having the structure. I think that so many people today, millennials and baby boomers, people going into retirement, have no structure. I see 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, there's zero structure. They sleep in all day. They go to sleep whenever they want at night. And the structure goes out and the flabbiness of life comes in, and that's when they start getting hit. Right. So do you see yourself keeping this kind of rigid structure throughout your whole life?
Yes, I have to. I'm constantly trying to find my new 100%. Even though life gets at you, age gets at you, sickness may get at you. I have friends of mine who lost legs, who lost arms, who lost all kind of stuff. And they call me and say, hey, man, what am I going to do now? I said, well, it's up to you to find your new norm.
Love that,
It's
man.
up to you to find your new 100%. No, you cannot do some of the things you used to do. But what can you do today? What can you do now with what you have? and you must find your new norm. So I was in Navy SEAL training for 18 months. Navy SEAL training is only a 6-month program. I was in there for 18 months. People said, how did you do it? I changed my mindset to where Navy SEAL, I was a permanent Navy SEAL student. That's how I looked at myself. That was my new norm. My new norm was I got up and I got the shit kicked out of me every fucking day of my life. And that was my new norm. I didn't look forward to, oh, I can't wait for it to end. Oh my God, this and that, all the feeling sorry for yourself. No, my new life until it's over is I'm a permanent Navy SEAL student, and my life is about getting the shit kicked out of me. So you got to change your mindset for the situation that you're in today. So and that all comes with a structured mindset.
Yeah, I'm curious about why 6 months became 18.
So basically, I became the only person in Navy SEAL history to go through, to be in 3 hell weeks in 1 year. And so,
I mean, why? Was it you were just slow or?
No, so I got injured twice, but so I went through, so my first hell week, and hell week is 130 hours of continuous training. You start on Sunday, end on Friday. The first hell week, I got sick, double pneumonia, stress fractures, got rolled back to day one. And Navy SEAL training is 6 weeks, and hell week is either 3rd week or 5th week of training, depending upon what class you're in. And then you have another 20-some weeks of training after hell week. So basically, I was in hell week, got injured, got rolled back to day one, week 1. So started my second class, went through that hell week, graduated that hell week, get ready to start second phase, broke my kneecap. Got rolled back to day 1, week 1 again. Went back to, started back day 1, week 1, and went all the way through that class. So it was just bad luck for me, but that bad luck taught me a lot about myself and about the human mind and what we can do. And I talk about in my book a lot about day 1, week 1. Day 1, week 1 is starting from scratch, starting over.
I love that, man.
And that's the mentality that I live by. Don't be afraid to go back to day 1, week 1. And I always, no matter how much I've accomplished in life, my life is always lived at day 1, week 1, because that's where the fuck you grind. You grind at the beginning. And we always start to get very complacent and very comfortable as we start to get to where we're going. We start to relax. We don't wake up early in the morning. We're not prepared. So if you have that day 1, week 1 mentality, it's like going for a job interview.
Yeah.
So a job interview squared away. And then you have to get the job a couple months later, man. You're like, you know what? I can go a little later. No one's grinding that hard.
Right.
I don't need to be that squared away every day. You start to get this very soft mentality. And then you become that person. So that's why the day 1, week 1 mentality throughout your whole life, it keeps you grinding hard.
Dude, I love that, man. Let me ask you, how long do you think I would last in hell week?
It's funny you say that, man. You would get through it.
You think so?
I know for a fact, man. You see that picture in the back of that book, that fat boy back there?
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask you, who's the dude behind you?
That's me, brother.
Oh, wow.
That's me at 300 pounds.
Wow.
So I was 297 pounds. I had to lose 106 pounds in less than 3 months to get a chance to be a Navy SEAL. That's why I say you can do it.
Now, how many people, what's the fallout in Hell Week?
So we started our class, about 150 guys. We graduated 27 or 26, something like that.
So what is that? That's like 18%, 82% fallout.
Yeah, it's something like, it's about 80%. And I was the 36th African-American to graduate Navy SEAL training in over 70 years.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. What's the 40% rule, David?
So the 40% rule to make it...
And hang on, everybody, go grab the book right now. If you're enjoying this interview, if you're like, wow, I want you to just put this on pause right now, go to Amazon, buy the book. If you guys, if you can't finish the book, because I know this book is easy to read. I can tell you right now, you're going to spin through this book so fast. If you guys can't finish this book in 7 days, I'll buy the book for you. Just send me the bill, and Grant Cardone will take care of your freaking book that you couldn't finish. All right, and you can keep it. How about that, Dave? Anybody offer to do that? I'll buy the damn book for you, for you fucking deadbeats that can't even finish a book.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the audio book's quite entertaining also, man. So if you don't want to read it, the audio book's quite entertaining also.
Okay. Either one. I'll do either one. I'll do the audio. I'll do the book, whatever. Okay. So what is the 40% rule?
So basically, the 40% rule is something I designed years ago. And I started realizing how little most of us are leaving so much on the table. And this is what the 40% rule is, just to make it very basic and simplistic for people. You know how you buy a car back in the day, and some cars have a governor on it?
Yeah.
So the car, so the speedometer may say 135 miles an hour, but that governor is set at 91, 92 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So you're driving, you got a nice ass fucking car, and a Corvette passes right by you. Bam! The guy looks at you and says, "Hey, come on, man, let's go, let's get after it." You look at him and say, "Hey, man, I can't. I got a fucking governor on my car. I can't race you." But if you take the governor off that car, you can go 135 miles an hour. The thing about it is our brains also have a governor on them.
Yeah.
And that governor is basically your insecurities, your fears, pain, suffering. Whenever your mind starts to feel uncomfortable, your brain tells you it's time to quit. We are done. Let's fucking pack it the fuck up and get out of here. Let's now go to our comfortable spot where we feel good about ourselves. So the 40% rule is just that. We are leaving so much on the table because our mind has control over us versus us having control over our minds.
Why is the book called Can't Hurt Me?
There's a lot of reasons why.
Is that the childhood, the upbringing from the dad?
It's childhood and it's life.
Uh-huh.
Because basically, the most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, you go to bed with it, eventually you act upon it. If life is beating you down,
yeah,
and it's hurting you, and your internal dialogue is, "Man, life is kicking my ass."
Yeah.
You know what? When I was in SEAL training, when I was in Ranger school, when I was growing up, I started realizing, man, if you have a can't hurt me mentality, if you're getting bullied like I got bullied, if you're struggling, if you're failing, if you're falling out in life, if your mind is telling you, "Hey, we're in the fight, we're not going anywhere, you can't hurt me. No matter what you fucking do to me, no matter what you bring on me, no matter how bad life is, I'm going to be right here standing right in the middle of the ring, and the ring is the ring of life."
Yeah.
It's just a mantra that you say to yourself, like, "Hey, you know what? Whatever, man, bring it. Bring it."
Become very dangerous when you have this idea that you can't be hurt or killed.
That's right. Bring it.
Yeah. Like almost like an insane person you're dealing with now.
And people don't want to fight an insane person.
No, because you're not reasonable.
You're not reasonable.
So talk to me about why it's important to be not reasonable.
Well, the thing about it is that you have to, especially this day and age, there's so much noise and negativity in this world. There's so many things that are attacking us virally, everywhere. Social media, everything is pretty much, a lot of things are against us in life. And a lot of times you may be standing alone. The only voice you may have is your own voice. The only pat on the back may be from yourself.
Yeah.
And so we are in a world where we're constantly looking for that attaboy. You may not get that attaboy. So if you're not relentless in your pursuit to be the very best person you can, it's not about being like me. It's about being whoever the hell you want to be. You have to have that kind of dog in you to realize I might be out here alone in the street, in the sewer of life, and I got to be able to fight on my own. And that's that's what it's all about, man. It's all about that. You got to be able to be your own motivator.
Yeah.
To times when there's no, like before a football game, basketball game, everybody's got these headphones on. They're trying to get pumped up. They're trying to get juiced up before the big game. Once those headphones come off, man, what are you saying to yourself? What are you saying to yourself when you get popped in your mouth? and you know, and that music's not playing in your ear. So that's the whole thing, man. You got to have an internal flame, and all I am is a kindling. All you need is a little kindling to start a whole big forest fire. So that's what it's all about, man.
So, hey, you mentioned something earlier, David, about early in the interview about the individual and the team.
Right.
And, you know, it's popular to see the memes all over Instagram right now. You know, you're nothing without a team, and the team makes everything happen. But it seemed to me that you were suggesting that people need to trust themselves as individuals.
That's right.
And you even said, dude, the team might let you down. So can you
It's
talk
a true
about?
story. So basically, where I get that from is I'm all about team. I'm not a selfish person.
Yeah.
But I've been a lot of scenarios in life, man, where my whole team, like going through Hell Week, there's 6 people in a boat crew. There were several times where everybody, even including myself, we were all miserable. And no one was motivating anybody. It was every man for himself.
Uh-huh.
You're all in your own mind. You're miserable. You're cold. You don't want to be there anymore. And I realized I got to step up. So in all these endurance races I do, a lot of times in life, you're at home by yourself, living in your pile of shit. And that's the woe is me, poopy pants mentality that we have. A lot of times there's no team around you. There just isn't.
Yeah.
Because people have their own problems.
Yeah, exactly.
People have their own issues.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying don't have a great support group around you.
Yeah, I get it. No, I get it. But you just said something that's really important, because sometimes the team around you is all fucked up too.
That's right. You cannot continue to lean on people all the time. And a lot of us say, well, oh, Tom, Mary, Sarah, John, they're going to pick me up today. You can't have that mentality.
Yeah.
You got to believe that you are the one that's going to be picking them up.
Dude, I love this, man. I love your message, bro. We got to do some more stuff together. So look, this guy, no, I'm serious. I got a big audience that needs to hear this message. You know, I know you're running and gunning, speaking to all the corporations, bringing in all the dough, money probably coming at you, don't have enough time. So I want to do some more stuff with you, all right? You ever get down to Miami, I'd love to have you in the studio.
Roger that, man.
David Goggins, the name of the book is Can't Hurt Me. I am begging you guys to go get this book for yourself right now. Grab a second one, give it to somebody. Give it to somebody and find out who's going to read the book. That's the way to find out how strong your team is. You know? Find out, because I know some of those guys go to Hell Week are just nutcases, right?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, a lot of guys don't belong there.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of guys don't belong there, but that's the thing about it, man. You're gonna find, and a lot of guys sneak through because of that whole teamwork. Sometimes teamwork can be so powerful that you pull along a whole bunch of golden turds.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes you give a powerful team and pull people along that don't belong.
Yeah, you know, I got 129 people behind me working here. I'm going to look for some turds right now.
There's a whole bunch of them out there, man. Hey, you cannot shine a turd.
You cannot shine a turd. Hey, let me ask you, how important is it to get rid of the turds?
To me, it's very important, man. I was once a turd.
Oh, yeah. I've been one most of my life.
You know, so I'm not going to sit here and put people down because that's not me.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. If you are a turd, recognize it and fix it.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. Call yourself out.
Yeah.
We live in a world where everybody has to have that nice talk.
Yeah.
We got to have that soft, nice talk where we don't want to tell you that you're fat. We want to tell you that you might eat a little too much. Maybe you should not eat that today, or maybe you're just a little big bone. Maybe you're thick. No.
Yeah.
If you're a turd, you're a turd. If you're fat, you're fat. If you're not keeping up, you're not keeping up. You just got to call it for what it is. If you're a piece of shit, like me, I used to be a lying piece of shit, insecure, afraid of life, low self-esteem. So I created a human being that people would like. I created a false man, which is why now people say, man, why are you so daggone like this, whoever you are? Because I finally found a lot of peace in the fact that I no longer give a shit what people think about me. This is David Goggins. Take it or leave it. So you got to get to that point in your life where you're willing to fight yourself to get to where you need to go.
Yeah, and look, I love this because I think you're saying, hey, guys, the only people that have a problem with these labels are people that haven't called themselves out.
Period. That's right.
Hey, man, I got a crush on you, man.
You got a crush on me, huh, Grant?
Dude, I love hard people, man. I like strong people. I like people that tell the truth. I like people that don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, that's not me, man.
And I love this message about be your own hero. How does somebody start? Let's say there's a guy out there, a guy or gal. I'll finish with this. There's a guy or gal out there, David, what recommendation would you give somebody? They're like, I'm being a piece of shit. My money's not right. I'm not right in my relationships. I'm overweight. What would you tell them the first thing to do?
They just did it right there, Grant. It all starts with that reflection in the mirror. In my book, I call it the accountability mirror. You can lie to everybody in the world, man. Everybody. You can lie to everybody in the world, man. You can't lie to yourself. Because if you're any kind of man or woman, that shit will haunt you. It will haunt you to death. It will eat at you because you will know I am not who I say I am.
Right.
And if you have any kind of character whatsoever, it will eat at you, man, like a bear eating at a daggone meal. So it starts with the accountability mirror, and it starts with you putting a Post-it note up on the accountability mirror. I am fat. Mm-hmm. I am this. I am that. And then put another Post-it note beside that you're fat on the ways how you're going to start to change that. And then every morning you go, brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever you're going to do, look at that Post-it note and look at it and make sure it bothers you.
Yeah. I love that, dude.
It has to bother you. If being fat does not bother you, you are never going to change. It has to bother you that you're not the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
It has to bother you that you are lazy. If it doesn't bother you, there's nothing anyone can do for you.
Be disappointed with yourself.
That's right. That's okay. It's okay to be that way.
Okay, look, the guy's telling you about, first of all, this guy, retired Navy SEAL. How many years, man?
I did 21 years, but I did 4 years in the Air Force, and I did, the rest of the time in the Navy.
Yeah, look, guys, the guy served for you. You can't pay him back, but you can buy his damn book. Like the books. How much is the book? $15, $20 or something?
Yeah, it's Amazon, man.
It's stupid. It's a whorehouse, man.
It's self-published. So, I self-publish, man. So it's all over the place. I turned down $300,000, man, because the biggest trophy I have in my life is my life story. It ain't for sale.
Yeah, 60 million, you'd have sold it.
60 million, I may have thought about it.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't have thought about it. You'd have called me and said, hey, look what I'm doing. Come pick me up, man. Yeah.
You'd be surprised, Grant.
No, you would have, and if you wouldn't have sold it at some number higher than that, I got to crack you over the head. Something wrong with you. Okay?
Well, you had to crack me, man.
Okay. All right. Look, buy his book, guys. Okay, it's $1. It's $1. Moshe spent is $1 for every year he spent serving for our country. Like that alone is a reason to pay it back. Buy 20 books. God damn. Okay. Put them under Christmas trees all over the place. Let's get this show out right away so people got time to buy this book for Christmas. He talked about structure, systematic approach, get up on time, work out, get your first victory, and victory, baby. Then you got some victories coming. Armor the mind. Don't count on the damn team. I love you, man. You my new brother, okay? It's official right here, right now.
Roger that.
And we got to do some stuff together. We got to get a special operations going to save the world.
There you go, man. Gotta harden the mind. We got callous over that victim's mentality.
Where's Charlie? Bring Charlie in, man. Let's meet Charlie real quick.
Where's Charlie at? Jennifer.
Because Charlie looked like he get a little fatso himself.
Oh yeah. Charlie's a little thicker.
You got to
get
get Charlie.
Come here, Charlie.
Bring Charlie in here.
Come here, buddy. Come here.
Charlie got to get on the treadmill.
Let me get Charlie up here. Hang on. They want to see you, Charlie. There you go. Here's Charlie.
What's going on, fatso?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a beautiful dog, man. How old is he?
Yeah. Hey, how old is she, baby? 4. She's 4.
David, hey, appreciate you being here today, buddy. Next time, when you swing through Miami, you come see me, all right?
Roger that, Grant.
David
Appreciate you having me
Goggins.
on, brother.
Yeah, Can't Hurt Me is the book. Go get it right now, okay? Listen to what this man's telling you. Get your freaking armor on, folks. Now's the time. Can't hurt